Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you, so if you could just scroll down and take a look at the description, you will see I have provided chapters. Now I can't help but assume you've just saw these skins and you're probably thinking, I desperately need to see one of those skins right now. Well, if you go ahead, look in the description, you'll see in my chapters where it is, and you can skip ahead if you so wish. It's up to you. So good day, Ruskin enjoyers. It's been about 3.5 hours since this Rustor rotated, and, well, we saw a pretty interesting looking Rustor. Yes, indeed we did. We've seen the likes of Sinotype continue. But was the neon fridge? Oh, I don't know. But we actually got a lot of collection continuations. Now, there might be a reason for that, and I'll explain that in a bit, don't you worry. But military collection with the Thompson, Eye Salvaged Icepick, which looks very nice. Señor Tomato Garage Door. The return of Deep Ruby. Roadsign gloves. Porcelain Boots waited 4 years to be accepted. And here we are. Fingers crossed we still see hoodie and pants in the future. Perhaps, we'll see. But of course, the main thing that I think a lot of people are fully well aware of and want to talk about right now. Island Assault Tier 2 was accepted instantly, the very next week after hoodie and pants. It was looking to be a bit worrisome, a little bit iffy with the amount of sales the hoodie and pants did. But with the immediate appearance of Tier 2, of course, they've bounced up in price ever so nice. So yes, this is a very interesting Rustor, and feel free to comment below if you're happy with that, with all the continuations and whatnot. But the main thing we need to talk about now is which of these skins are and are not abnormal. So let's hop over to here. Here's the Rustor, 10 skins in total. But to make it nice and quick, I'll point out all the skins that are not abnormal. Porcelain Boots, that is not abnormal. The Señor Tomato Garage Door, that is not abnormal. And of course, the Military Thompson, that is also not abnormal. So that means we've got 7 other skins to chase after next week with the abnormal barders. We have the Deep Ruby Roadsign gloves, the Dragon Totem AK-47, the Eye Salvaged Icepick, Sinotype components, and of course, Island Assault Tier 2. I'm not complaining in regards to that sounds fun. But, of course, we now need to go ahead and discuss the actual Rustor itself. So, if we were to just quickly go over to here, because it seems like I haven't got SCMM up. Whoopsie. I must have accidentally deleted it. Whoops. So, let's load that in. Everything should be alright. Right, so, as I said, it's been about 3.5 hours, but just to quickly confirm, these skins have been selling quite a lot. It's not fully up to date, but it definitely proves a point that, yeah, Sinotype already has almost 7,800 subscribers. Island Assault, that's well over 5,000. Is it up to 6,000 now? Let's get a good look at you, the kill. 5,800 subscribers. So 3.5 hours, and we're already seeing some pretty ridiculous looking sales. Well, people wanted it, clearly. And if you saw this, you know, the sales we saw the previous week with the likes of the Sinotype and, of course, the hoodie and pants. Hoodie and pants here, that did 28 and 27,000 subscribers. And that large box, that did 37,000 subscribers. Pretty nutty. But with what we're seeing here, that looks like that's immediately going to match up quite nicely with it. So, okay, not too bad. But I did mention, is there a reason why we got so many collection continuations this week? Well, if you aren't fully well aware, next week is going to be August Forcewipe, and we're going to see the likes of the Pilot Hazmat DLC being introduced. Now, this past weekend, I saw a lot of skin creators making some very cool aviator, pilot, aeroplane themed skins. Like, just get a good look at some of the clothing pieces we got here, like Wingman hoodie and pants. That looks awesome. The jacket here looks awesome as well. Like, everyone's just going to be wearing sunglasses and just running around and likes that. But the expectation is this next week, it's just going to be only airplane, pilot, aviator themed skins. So it's probably not too surprising when you see this Rustor right here and you see all the collection continuations, because the most likely outcome is next week we're not going to see any continuations. Would that be surprising? Probably not, but yeah, you get the idea. So, okay, let's enjoy this whilst we have it. And of course, we do still have to question how things are going to roll out. If we are seeing pretty excessive sales, should we scream? Should we cry? Well, not really, because again, with the previous week's skins and with how they turned out, maybe we don't have to panic too much. Okay. But yeah, I'd definitely recommend you go ahead and take a look at my Rust Workshop skin checks video and whatnot, because lots of very cool looking skins, but the majority of it was airplane and pilot theme skins, and there wasn't really that many collection continuations because of it. Maybe this weekend it'll be different, but it probably will continue. So keep an eye out for the likes of that. Okay, so hopping back over to here, looking at all the skins now. Shall we actually go ahead, discuss all of them, and talk about where they're going to probably end up at in terms of, like, are they going to be nice investments and whatnot? Sinotype components. I've got to get this point across to you, like, very straightforward. If you have seen the state of the other Sinotype large boxes other than firearms, you might notice they're not exactly doing super great. Please be aware of that. So yes, you're doing mighty fine. You are sitting on the Steam market now about $12. But when I look at the Sinotype ammo, when I look at the Sinotype meds, which just became marketable, you might notice a bit of a problem. You might notice a lot of people have been listing theirs. You might notice that the price isn't really that high. Oh no, it's $2.60. Now the bars are still there, keeping the price up, but the listings aren't doing any favours, and this isn't surprising. This was to be expected. For the foreseeable future, we also had to go through September, October, November, the dreaded autumn-fall seasonal dip. That's what I refer to it as. Those months they're not fun. You'll see prices drop off during that period of time. Kids will go back to school. Now you get it. So less people playing the game. Well, there's another thing we have to talk about, but yes, that is the expectation, and that is why we tend to see a lot of prices drop off during that period of time. So, this might be where it sits at for the next several weeks. Don't be surprised. But after we've gone through the worst of it, after we go through October, you very likely will then start seeing all the skin prices improving in general, but more specifically with Sinotype. I sit in a position where I think you're probably just better off with a buy order. I had 40 of these dumped on me last night. That happened, and with the meds, I've wisened up to it, and I just stuck with a barter on this as well. I just realise I'm very likely just going to be picking them up for a cheaper price with a buy order over the course of the next several weeks. Yes, we are still seeing the continuations, but it still feels like it's going to drop off. Sorry to say, but this isn't surprising. You may recall, if I go back over to here and point out with the the video I made about a week or two ago, talk about the expected behaviour of this collection and what might happen next and whatnot. I mean, it's all listed in here. I looked at the graffiti collection. Sorry, another flashbang. But go give this a watch and understand Graffiti Storage did all that as well. Like, when the final Graffiti Storage skin was accepted, that being clothing, the majority of the skins, they were essentially all $3. Yeah, they all sold at $2.49. Yeah, they were technically all in the positive, but it wasn't by that much. And that was just before we went through October. So the expectation was, and I did see it, they'd kind of dipped slightly below the rest of the price. So yeah, I think a lot of people were just under the assumption that we could see some behaviour emulated with the firearms, where it goes up in price very high. But that's not likely going to happen until the further future. It's a long-term investment type of situation. So just to repeat with the previous week, Sinotype meds, that did an absolutely ridiculous amount of sales for the first 24 hours of sales, just over 19,000 subscribers. But what happened was, very fast start, and then it slowed down towards the end of its 7-day tenure in the restaurant. Sorry, but you know what I mean. So that only did 37,000 subscribers only, but it still matched up quite nicely with the ammo box, which did just about 36,000 subscribers. It didn't go past 40,000. That's fine. So as long as all the other ones that come out match up, that should be okay. But for the foreseeable future, it only looks like firearms is going to be the one that's actually like at a nice high price. So, being aware of that, when I look at this now, and now I look at you, the brand new components, I'm expecting the exact same thing. Lots of fast sales, calms down towards the end of the week, we do the abnormal barders, and then it just probably sticks at the same price it is for the next several weeks. Even if we see another skin being produced and accepted next week, it's still to be expected. Like, do you see meds bumping up in price right now with the arrival of a continuation? No. Do you see it happening to Sinotype ammo? No. But I did see it happen to firearms. Where are you, firearms? There you go. So this is what price are you now? $12. Yeah. Earlier today, it was probably about, it was about $9, $10. So it went up a little bit, but that's the only one that went up. When more and more appear, that's the one that keeps going up. Go watch the video. I basically expected that. So yes, I feel like I got my word across. Just stick with a buy order, or just look at it in October time, grab some then, wait it out. Post-Christmas, January 2026, you'll very likely see the prices rebound, go up to a nice high point, and you could probably flip and make some pretty decent profit then. Or wait it out even longer. So just to repeat, Graffiti Storage Collection, half the reason why that did work out quite nicely was because we didn't see another storage collection appear just after it. Okay, keep that in mind. Now, on average, most of them are selling between $4 to $5. Very nice to see. Certain ones are selling better compared to others. Nice to see. But you're not going to see anything like that within the next few weeks. That's the expectation. Majority of these Sinotypes are going to probably just stick around $2.50, $3. Only firearms will look pretty. It's January time where you'll start to see a difference. January time. But when this collection ends, if we see another collection appear just after it, okay, that will be problematic. But we have to wait and see if that happens. So that was a lot of words to be said, but I hope you understand. I hope you get it. I hope you realise it. We might have to wait maybe another year to actually see these go up in price to a very nice, interesting potential profit. Cool. Shall we go in game now? Actually give it a good look, and you can tell me if you like it. Let's hop to it. Sinotype number 4. So yep, there's comps, big cog, purpley pink, comps to the side there, written as such. Let's go down. Cops written there. Big cog right there. Yeah, looking pretty sweet. A nice continuation. I'm sure a lot of people will be able to tell what that is from the side and whatnot. With the nighttime look, we have the light right next to it. Somewhat reflective like the previous ones. And in total darkness. Bright and noticeable. So now I ask, is it easy to distinguish? I have had a few people tell me, oh, I wouldn't be able to tell what this looks like from the side. I can't organise my base with this, really? Come on now, that's just being silly, right? So, here we have all the other ones. We're building up a collection, all the colours of the rainbow. But yep, if we were to go down, look at the sides, that's clearly meds, that's clearly ammo, that's clearly guns, and that's clearly, you know, components. It's a cog. I need all my little bits and bobs. So, yeah, feel free to comment below in regards to the overall design, or what is going to be next, and what would you like to see being made next. Obviously, what's your own little personal priority? I'd love to hear it. So, alright then. Building up a nice little collection. But how far will we get? 10? 15? 18? We'll have to wait and see. But at the very least, let's go ahead now and take a look at the next skin. And here we have Island Assault Tier 2. Immediately after we saw the hoodie and pants the previous week. So that's a very welcome addition, and let me tell you, a lot of people greatly appreciating the other pieces on the front page of the Steam market right now. But yeah, this has been appreciated. Grey Out has essentially been completed. We have all the core pieces, including the boots and gloves. Now, I do know the skin creator did intend to continue it. I think he wants to do a backpack and a jacket next, so alright, can't complain. Let's just get around. You can see all the tactical equipment they have and whatnot. I kept calling this the henchman set. I think a lot of people might appreciate such an idea. But anyway, let's quickly pull back. Give that a good look. Nice and close. And now, let's just pull back a bit. Nighttime look. As you can see, it's not that reflective. Not super in your face. I think people will appreciate. I think people like. So I had a lot of people tell me, oh, I'd love to use this in the snow. I'd love to use this in, like, you know, the urban environments, the monuments and whatnot. Do you even consider this camouflage? Really? I don't know. But what I can showcase to you next is what does it look like with all the other pieces. So number 1, that do be looking pretty good. Number 2, it ain't getting any cheaper. The boots, the gloves, the hoodie, the pants. Oh my, that's been spiking up in price today. Oh yes, it has. We'll be talking about that in a bit, don't you worry. But yeah, overall, are you pleased with the result? Now, of course, we've already showcased this with Tier 3 and all that. But that do be looking very nice. That do be looking very pretty. So, yeah, an interesting matte grey design has been fully accepted. Not shiny and not reflective. Now, if I was to just take control very quickly. Stand to the right. Stand to the left. Right, so I've got control and now... Not reflective. There we go. Alright. Now, I'm being asked, Hedge, can we please look around in different biomes just to see how it fares? How does it look? Alright then, let's go. So my instincts told me I should probably go find some, like, cliffs, some rocks and whatnot. I mean, it's fine. But I don't really think that's what we're looking for. I've had a lot of people tell me I need to go to like the actual monuments, go underground, Hedge, go on the tunnels. I mean, sure, I'll go do that right now. Stop telling me to go to caves. I don't know why they keep chucking me in these caves. I really don't know why. But to be honest with you, that does do a pretty good job. Just sitting there, waiting for my next prey. Are you happy now? Are you pleased? Can you stop sticking me in caves? I think we've clearly established that it does a pretty good job. I'm a caveman. This is where I live. Are you impressed? You like that? How many people actually just sitting here in full kit, just waiting for people to turn up in a cave? Is this really how you want to play? Shut up! Stop complaining at me. I did what you wanted. It smells. It's wet. I hate it in here. Nothing but dude. Look what you've done. Look what you made me do. All right, come on then. Let's go find a tunnel. Let's go military tunnel. Well, where is he? Can you tell me? Yeah, this isn't going to be fun to deal with in the future, is it? No. This is pretty effective. Tunnel camouflage. You can hide in a cave. You can hide in the military. So, anyway, let's move. So, if I just... oh, there you go. It was there the whole time. Just waiting for you to appear. You were focusing all of your time, dispatching all the scientists, the NPCs, but you didn't spot me. Oh, you didn't spot me fast enough. So yeah, do you reckon that's a bit too ridiculous? Just find yourself a nice little shaded spot. And I don't think you're going to be able to find him. Now, my character is a fair bit more pale. That probably would be a disadvantage, especially when I'm trying to hide like the shade and whatnot. But yeah, you didn't spot him very quickly, did you? Do you want me to hide again? Right then, well, let's go do that. Right. So you just made it to the laboratory. Do you think you're safe? Well, I mean, you still have the, can you get out of the view? Oh, right, anyway. But still. Do you reckon you're safe? Is everything all right? Let's just zoom over here a little bit. There's a lovely little spot. Well, you know, sitting there waiting for the next prey to appear. What do you reckon? Huh? Hard to just pull back? As if you're just standing over here? Is that super easy to spot? Would you even, like, put the effort into quickly look over there? This is devious. This is evil. I think a lot of people are going to be greatly appreciating this devilish henchman set. Grey out. I think it works very nicely in monuments. Now I've got other people here asking me, hey, can you go launch site and whatnot? Alright, fine, here we go. Well, we're in launch. I was just considering pathways you might want to take to get up to the higher levels and whatnot. And I have to ask you, is it super easy to spot him here? Again, pale character, you can see my face a fair bit more. But if you were like running up here, would it honestly be super easy to spot him? Probably not. And then you're probably wondering, well, what's his view? Can he see enough? Well, let's go switch over to me. And well, this is what I can see. I can see you perfectly fine. Can you see me? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, this is looking to be a little bit too devilish. Oh no. So, let's go in a different hiding spot. So we're trekking the concrete jungle. We actually have the skin crater right there. How you doing, Mr. Uncle? But yeah, as you can pan around, it's pretty obvious where he is. So not everything's going to be super great for you. But I think you're a lot better off in shaded areas. I think we got that well established. Now you might sit there and say, well, couldn't I just use like another dark sort of set? True, you could, but it's probably quite expensive. You could probably, you know, mix and match with some blackout alternatives. But yeah, looks like grey out could be appreciated quite nicely. I'm sure many of you probably could find much better spots and whatnot, but I think we got the point across. That's pretty devilish. Uncle, what have you brought to this world? What have you done to this game? So, alright. I think we've got a pretty good, you know, showcase of that. So let's hop out here, talk about the prices, and question what happens next. Will this collection be appreciated as time goes on? Will this always be sought after? Right, so you can see above right there, Uncle, the skin creator. He does not intend to do weapons. He does not intend to do deplorables. Just a jacket and a backpack next. So that's nice to be aware of. But I think we can agree in the concrete jungle, at least in the inside, and in caves, tunnels, you name it, Island Assault is very effective. I think we can agree on that. Will enough people want to keep doing that? We shall see. But overall, we have to keep an eye out in terms of the sales. So just to take a look at this, of course, with the hoodie and pants, that did 28,000, that did 27,000. Tier 3 is loving it. Loving it. It is sitting there at $20+ now, the chest plate, and that face mask was pushing up to $12. In fact, let's go show you the front page of the Steam Market, and there you go. It's everywhere. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at, yeah, and the hoodie, yeah. Look, do a nice bit of mixing and matching. I know the boots went up to $4 earlier, but as you can see, that's now $16. Earliest day it was 10. As you can see here, this is now pushing up to $21, $22, and then you look at the amount of listings. I mean, yeah, you very likely might see the tier 3 being the lowest selling core piece out of all three. It actually looks like that's going to be the answer now. I know it's weird, like when we saw recently with Black Alligator, that came out, and then the tier 2 came out, and tier 2 sold like 10,000 less. Well, in this particular instance with Island Assault, hoodie and pants and tier 2 look like they're going to do 10,000 more. This is likely going to be the most expensive piece. Do not be surprised by that, all right? With the current rate at how things are currently moving, tier 2 probably might sell the most. But the kilt still very likely still be like one of the more expensive pieces. Kilt is the only leg armor we have, so don't be surprised by that. Yep, looking over to here, Island Assault gloves. That was having some problems. 611 sales today. I bought 100 of these and I'm very happy. Yes, I am. I don't know when to sell though, because I'm under the impression a lot of people will be appreciating Island Assault from here and now. I think we could probably agree with that. 99 cents earlier today. Now it's $2. It sold too much and it still succeeded. But now, technically speaking, with the rate that the tier 2 selling, it hasn't sold too much. Tier 3 sold too little. Oh, wow. And we had no idea what to expect. Let me remind you, Island Assault tier 3 came out when we were hoping to see Tyre tier 3. That happened halfway through June. 6 weeks ago. Still don't have Tyre tier 3, by the way. But clearly, that has worked out wonderfully. So from here and now, backpack, jacket, we'll look forward to it, Mr. Uncle. Someone did ask earlier, I'm on my knees, please give me an AK-47, but I don't think he's interested. Sorry to say, but that's what he has said. You just saw it a little bit earlier, you should have paused. So, okay. If this does work out, I could see this having a very fun future ahead of it. Is it going to be fairly pricey? Blackout, Desert Raiders, Forest Raiders, Whiteout. Do you appreciate Greyout? Are you a fan? Honestly, I could see this working out very nicely. Nothing compares to it at the moment. But don't be surprised if you see someone doing something very similar. Could this be imitated as much as Blackout? How many Blackout alternatives do we have? Oh. And as much as people might say, I'll just use a metallic set, they're shiny. That isn't. That proved to be very helpful in the tunnels. Very helpful military tunnel as well. I'm just saying. But anyway, that's looking pretty cool. But maybe we still want to wait until October time, especially for the tier 3. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to afford that for a while. But if you bought in with the gloves, the boots, if you actually jumped in with the hoodie and pants, props to you. Congratulations. You are lucky. I was looking at that and I didn't see that working out very nicely. But the fact that we got the tier 2 immediately, oh, you got bailed out, you lucky, lucky people, you. But anyway, let's keep track of that. If that does around 27, 28,000 subscribers as well, that is going to have a very, 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 very fun future ahead of it. And let me tell you, it definitely looks like that's going to be the case. So, okay, fair enough. Feel free to comment below your thoughts in regards to what you just saw with the Island Assault. I'll probably have to go make some short videos to showcase that as well. That was too good. All right, so let's move on. Eye Salvaged Icepick. 4 ice picks in a row, I think. At least in this month. Cool. Please be aware of this. There was a push in the official Ruskin Making Discord that we should see more salvaged ice pick skins being made. Alright, that was for July 2025. We've now entered August 2025, quite literally on the stream. But the next skin is going to be wooden double doors. So, are we going to keep seeing salvaged Icepicks getting skins? Or is that it? Neglected, forgotten. Another 8 years without a skin? Don't know. Or will the recent amount of acceptances kind of persuade skin creators to give it a little bit more love every now and then? We'll see. But anyway, we've got another collection continuation. Eye Salvaged Icepick. Are we going to see another one next week? I don't think so. Remember, aviator, pilots, aeroplane theme skins next week. That's expected. But hey, another one. Yippee. Another one, yay. But I've got to get this across. We've had 4 in a very short amount of time. And I kind of said it last night when I looked at the high quality metal Icepick. I don't really see them going up in price that much. Yes, the older ones that didn't sell that much because they came out years ago, yes, they flourished quite nicely with a sheer lack of new skins being made. But now we're seeing a lot more being made. This one struggles. This one's doing all right because he's made out of pure gold. That one, I mean, how are you doing at the moment? Let's go see. Because I didn't really have that much faith. The Barders last night weren't looking that great, and it looks like it's holding out for now. But it's basically selling for the same price it sold for last week. Let's see if you survive. Let's see. But if we start seeing a drought again, maybe we see, maybe we do see them work out quite nicely. How often are you using salvaged Icepicks? Do you like them more than jackhammers? But yeah, point made. Okay. At the very least, I should bring up Eye Salvaged collection. It certainly is a collection. Yep. Oh my. Successful with its acceptances, not successful as an investment. Oh dear. Now for a while that sleeping bag was doing quite alright because it didn't sell that much. But even then, inevitably, this collection just doesn't seem to be having a good time. Ever. It always seems like it's struggling and suffering. Sad to see, but yeah, I've pointed it out to you. You are aware. So, do you reckon that's going to be afflicted with the same curse? We'll see. Should we go and game now? Give it a good look and at least appreciate it. Alright, let's hop on. Let's go. And here we are. Eye Salvaged Icepick. A very nice blue design. Very nice and icy. Keep you nice and cool in the summer. So I do notice a bit of transparency there. Very nice for the design. I actually think a lot of people would kind of appreciate it. But with the amount of Icepicks we've already had, don't you think we're a little bit fatigued? What I'm saying is we've got so many options now that I don't think people care enough about the newer ones. When we got the Protocol one, people were going crazy for it. It didn't have a super crazy looking design, to be honest with you, but I'm sure you would agree, but it still sold a lot. Then we got the golden one, and that also sold quite a lot. Not as much, but I'm sure you understand. Then we got high quality metal, which didn't stand out that much, and that only did about 15,000 subscribers. Now we have this one. So we keep seeing more and more and more, but we keep seeing the amount being sold less and less and less. Could that benefit with a lack of sales? What do you reckon? To be honest with you, I'm not. I'm still worried about the curse of the Eye Salvaged collection. But it's nice to see more of it, and it's nice to see some cool designs at the very least. I'm not super convinced though. I might just stick with a buy order. I feel like that might be the smarter approach. But then again, if you like a skin, if you think it looks cool, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator, keep them nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. So it's up to you, but at the very least, let's go on stage now, give a good look, and strike a pose. Yep, it's quite reflective. Looks cool, but you probably don't want to see him, you probably don't want people seeing you at night time, do you? But they're still going to hear you. They're still going to hear you when you're mining away. Mining away. Alright, shut up. So yeah, it's a perfectly fine looking design. I think there will be love for it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does go below its rostral price, especially as we go through September, October, November. Oh. So, alright, cool. Your opinions, please. Feel free to comment below. Snap. Looking pretty cool. Quite literally, pun intended. Alright then. So, with that, shall we now move on and talk about the next skin? Oh god, okay, so that was a nice jump scare. We have Señor Tomato as a garage door. Yes, all nice and bumpy. Look at him. In his graceful form. We have another Señor Tomato skin being accepted. He can't be stopped. Well, I mean, you could probably slice him up or just roll him up. But you could, he's a nice, happy little fella. You could have him in the front of your door now. Yippee! So, another silly vegetable fruit theme skin being accepted. Well, that's basically all of Señor Tomato. But yeah, do you approve of his big beady eyes, his happy little smile and whatnot? Señor Tomato is actually proven to be pretty successful. What would you like to see being made next with it? Because I have noticed the skin creator did go ahead and see if he could get a miner hat accepted. Yes, miner's hat. So, he's trying. He's putting out different designs and whatnot. But in regards to this garage door, I will sit here and say, oh, that makes him look so much more scary. But yeah, reflective, but doesn't glow, which you will see right now. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Cool, especially when you get something for Halloween, perhaps. But yeah, I think it looks cool. I think it looks nice. And, you know, if you're a little bit hungry, you take a bite out of it if you want. Oh, you know what? You should do that for the doors. You should have put like some bites in them so it had a little bit of transparency. That would have been clever. That would have been clever. Maybe we could see something like that for like Christmas or something. Candy doors for Halloween. Skin creators, I know you're watching me. Consider it. But yeah, it's fine. It is a garage door though. And we just had a garage door the previous week. And that was an anime girl. That's not an anime girl. So, okay. Let's hop out of here. Discuss this a bit more. Señor Tomato has been doing okay at the moment, but it wasn't always doing okay, and we have to kind of address that. So in regards to the Señor Tomato collection, it's been a bit funny. Yeah, we've seen improvements, but that did go down really cheap at one point, 70 cents. This got really cheap at one point, just barely over $1, but it has been improving. More skins being accepted. It's liking it. It's appreciating it. But are you appreciating Señor Tomato? What would you like to see being made next? A head wrap? We could get like a primitive set being made, Sepesh. We could make everybody turn into a tomato. Okay, we could, you know, consider it. But yeah, garage doors now. Let's just go ahead and talk about that, because we just had the Popstar garage door. We had a, you know, quite a discussion with that. And we also happen to have 2 Twitch drops on the horizon. Oh. Yeah, this is a little bit awkward. A little bit. But let me just quickly hover over this, look at it on the Steam market. We did the abnormal barders last night. I said something like that could stand out quite nicely. And yet I still anticipated it to drop down in price eventually at some point. The barders there are actually looking very good for it. They mostly kind of end at around just over $2, which is good. It's fine. October time though, what's going to happen to you? And will we see a collection continuation for you? Here's the great debate. Do you prefer tomatoes or anime girls? Comment below. So... there will be more garage doors, as you can see. And there will be more garage doors after that. As you, well, can't see in the future, but come on now. It's expected. It's inevitable. We have 26 skins in 2025. 2025. And I had to double check. It is now the 1st of August. We still have good 4 solid months and another 8 more garage doors and we break the record. I wouldn't be surprised if we do that. I really wouldn't be surprised. So, yes. Señor Tomato. Will you slip from your $2 price? It wouldn't surprise me. But would he slowly recover? Will he even sell that much? See, the top skins here, they're all selling a lot at the moment. But when you get down to here, it's kind of, it's there. It's doing all right, but it's not doing that ridiculous. I don't think people feel the need to get another garage door at the moment. Señor Tomato, you might not sell that much. Maybe that could help you out. We shall see. We shall see. But the lack of the glow in the dark and whatnot, but the goofy design, I'm not 100% convinced, but feel free to comment below your thoughts. I still see it dropping off in price. I still see that inevitably happening, especially as we go through the dreaded next few months. So, okay, fair enough. We'll leave it at that. Military Thompson. So in general, Thompsons tend to be quite alright. It's been a bit 50-50. I've got to talk about this military collection though. So, as you can see, another Twitch drop Thompson, just around the corner. Mr. Webbit with his wonderful... I had to keep saying, Webbit, Waskly Webbit. That's going to be given away for free. It's a very cutesy, silly design, and perhaps people probably won't feel the need to buy you. But then again, we're not going to see that until next week, along with those garage doors as well. We should have considered that. But only 1 Thompson this year is currently in the positive. Down 26, down 1, not that much. Down 2, not that much. Down 15, not really that much. Again, it's a bit 50-50 with these. They don't go down that ridiculously. They don't go up that ridiculously. Ha, okay, all right. Well, military collection, how are you currently holding up? Because all the weapons and the tools are a bit... But the clothing and armor is doing very nicely for itself. Very nicely. Looks like people are looking for alternative options for the desert. That does appear to be working out quite nicely. But the clothing, whilst you're doing good, weapons and tools, and that door, not so much. The sap's doing alright, and saps tend to do quite alright. Could the Thompson do quite alright? Considering Thompsons tend to do quite alright. I think I'm probably going to consider sticking with a buy order. Again, I'll see how much it's sold by next week. Maybe it only does about, what, 8,000 subscribers? Okay, that's fairly, low. I'll probably be alright with that. So, it's up to you to consider. By all means, if you like design, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator, keep them nice and motivated, keep putting out nice and creative designs in the future. But with what I see there, I need to hold it in my hands and see it for myself. So here we are in game. Give that a good look. Military Thompson looking pretty sweet. As Mr. Keener put it, it felt like we had stat track in Rust, so you could actually keep count. See the little numbers there, kind of in the middle of its design. Looks like a stat track thing that you see in Counter-Strike. Ah, if only. Alright then, so good aim down the sight. A nice bit of red on the aim sight. No transparency here. Well, it kind of looks like there is a bit of transparency with the holes, but it's not going to be... You still have the flaps on the side and whatnot, so okay, fair enough. It's not like the Heat Seeker Thompson, for example. Anyway, quick look at night time. Does it have night light? Let's see. And not really. Not really. Okay, fair enough. What it is, though, it does look like a perfectly fine military design that I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate. Perhaps it would go very nicely with it. I'm feeling confident. Well, let's now quickly go on stage, give it a good look, and, yeah, strike a pose. Yeah, that's looking pretty reflective. All right, pretty cool. So, let's go over here, strike a pose, look pretty. Here we are. So give that a good look. Very nice military design. Based on what we've seen with previous designs, yeah, that stands out reasonably. It probably will only be appreciated with the military set. Maybe with the desert camouflage, the desert raider sets and whatnot. But we do have desert raiders Thompson. But that's also kind of pricey. And I think that's where military collections started to be appreciated. So, okay, fair enough. Overall, I have no complaints. It looks alright. You can comment below what you think. But I'm probably still going to consider sticking with a buy order. That feels like the better choice. So, at the very least, shall we now move on and showcase the next skin? And our next skin is this cool dragon totem design. I mean, I've got to give credit. That looks really cool. I'm not sure if it's like a Nordic design or nice and carved in. The dreaded serpent. Not sure. It's very, very cool. Very unique. I've never really seen that many skins look like this. But I'm also a little bit concerned about something. And I'll showcase that in a second, because first of all, I want to see what this looks like at night time. So, let's give that a good look. I aim down. Is the night light pretty good for that? Not really, from what I can see. It's not that noticeable. It's not that, super obvious to see. And I've also got to point out that this is selling for $3 in the Rust store. Now, by all means, you're going to sit there and say, yeah, it should be right. It probably won't sell that much, but I have to bring up that next week, we're going to have 5, I'm not joking, 5 Twitch Drop AK-47s. And that includes Mr. Vincent SMG's diamond encrusted AK-47. Get a good look at that, nice and shiny. And the aim sight, nice and transparent with a gold trim. I feel like I've made my point. You're going to get something like this for absolutely free the very next week. Free, not for $3, free, as in I'm just going to give it to you. Just spend 2 hours of your time watching the likes of Mr. Vincent on Twitch and you get that. Right? And the night light for this isn't even that good, to be honest with you. Again, it's nice and flashy during the day, but not super helpful at night time. So yeah, it does have a little bit of a weakness there, but alternatively, you could also consider Webe's AK-47, which is like a nice mix of pink and white. And this also happens to have a transparent aim sight. And it's also red, stands out in all environments. Honestly, I think a lot of people are going to greatly appreciate this one. I'm not joking. With a white outset, that does a very good job matching up with it in the snow. I have a special short video showcasing that, don't you worry. So again, nighttime. Oh look, the nightlight's super impressive with this one. And that's being given away for absolutely free. Oh dear. So our very nice, cool looking dragon-themed AK-47, unfortunately, is going to probably lose its attention on all the thunder and whatnot. Literally the very next week. I worry for this. Very cool design, lovely aesthetic. Skin Creator did a very good job of that. I worry for this. I'm so sorry, but I'm sure you're aware. And that was only 2 of the other Twitch drops. There's still 3 more. I haven't shown all of them, but I will do on Saturday when I release my video showcasing all the brand new Twitch drops. So yeah, we got some very interesting designs just around the corner, and unfortunately this might get lost in the shuffle, especially after we just had the After Death AK-47 as well. That's selling for about $200 at the moment. What? I have to make another video about that as well. So anyway, let's go on stage, give it a showcase, and then hop out of here and discuss what might happen next. Now that's looking very shiny. Look at that. Well then, nice and impressive. And then over to here, strike a pose, and here we are. Yeah, I like the design. I think it looks cool. It's just very, very, very bad timing for it. Very, very, very bad timing for it. But by all means, listen, if you like what you see here, if you're a fan of that, please consider showing support. Please consider just buying it. Show support to the skin creator. Keep them nice and motivated. Keep wanting to put nice creative designs in the future. You might have a very cool looking weapon collection ahead of you. Let's see what happens there. As I said, AK-47s, they could be very, very awkward, especially in terms of investing. Let's hop out of here and discuss the situation. So Dragon Totem AK-47. It's a very nice looking design. I think I'd love to, like, honestly, I'd love to see a collection being made out of that. Hinon, he's made some very cool skins in the past. Keep an eye on his workshop, see if he produces like a SAP or a SAR or something. I think it'll stand out very nicely. It's just the incredibly bad timing. So here's what you got to see. Look at all the AK-47 skins that have just appeared. All of these will be appearing next week for absolutely free. You've got a very nice variety of skins right there. Very, very nice, lovely looking designs. They'll be given away for free. But that right there, the Dragon Totem, $3. It will get lost in the shuffle. I will not be surprised. Like earlier this year, all right, we had February, yep, and we had all 4 of these AK-47 skins being given away. The awkwardness for the Black Ops AK-47 and the Soulmate, they're not doing very good at the moment, and it's because they got lost in the shuffle as well. Yeah, so be careful. You're probably better off with a buy order, being truthful with you. But hopefully we do see a collection being made out of it. But Hinon hasn't exactly been super successful. And even last year, he had a very nice looking AK-47 being accepted, sold for $3, now sells for 98 cents. It's happened before to him. So we'll leave it at that, I guess. I'm sure you understand though. With all those brand new Twitch drops that do look very, very nice, I think people would probably focus with them and not with that. So we'll leave it at that. Porcelain Boots. So 4 years it waited, 4 years and 2 months. This collection actually came out like back in 2021, 2021, but it's incomplete, and this is something you had to be wary about. With the recent boot skins we've seen being accepted, these 4 boots right here, I'm talking about Porcelain, Pirate, Chameleon, and Black Diamond. See how these are currently doing very nicely? Well, they're already, like, their collections were complete. They just needed the boots. And in some instances, the boots sold a lot less compared to the other skins. So that is working out very, very nicely for them. But for the Porcelain Boots, as I just showed you, where's the chest plate? Where's the hoodie and pants? Oh. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. Oh, there's the chest plate. I'm blind. Anyway. It would be nice if we saw another attempt for the hoodie and pants. Mr. Vase has produced a lot of interesting skins over the past few years. But I think we could probably give him a good old slap round the head and tell him, yeah, go on, do it. Anyway, he's produced some awesome designs, but they didn't get accepted. Are you aware of the porcelain rug? This was originally submitted for the with the release of the brick building skin. Yeah, I'm that far back. You can see a little brick house here to the side. That's a fantastic looking design. But Facepunch don't want to accept it. Made by the same man that made the Respawn Allegory Fresco rug. I don't know why they don't want it. I think a lot of people would love that. I think you'd love that as like a computer mat. What do you call them? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, anyway. Focusing the boots. We're still seeing the odd skins being accepted every now and then. It's up to Vase if he wants to continue that, but I'm not convinced with these boots. As I said, the other boots just inserted themselves into an already established collection that are just simply missing boots. That, incomplete. I'm concerned. And as much as people like to, might want to point it out, saying, is it a whiteout alternative? No, it's still got all the blue all over it and whatnot. I am a bit conflicted. I'm very sorry, but yeah, I think I might just stick with a Bardo there. But who knows? Maybe we'll see hoodie and pants in the future. And I do think that would greatly appreciate it. Now, in terms of sales, it doesn't look like it's going to be selling that much. Currently the second lowest skin at the moment. And when you look at all the other porcelain skins, tier 3, tier 2, 17 to 19,000 subscribers. The gloves did 13,000 subscribers, and the tier 3 did about 14,000 subscribers. So, yeah, I don't think it'll be reaching up to those sales, especially with all the boots we've had accepted recently. That actually might actually work out quite nicely. But we still need the hoodie and pants. Or do we? Do we? Let's wait it out until next Wednesday in terms of what price we might want to offer, but it's not abnormal. And that might be a little bit annoying. So, okay, understood. Let's go in game now and give it a good look. Booties. Yes. Exquisite booties with the finest laces you've ever seen. But yeah, it's a little bit cracked, a little bit chipped. Hey, it's porcelain, what do you expect? So yeah, another pair of boots. There's so many of them, but again, if you're aware of all the incomplete collections with clothing and armor, so many of them. Just needed boots, and well, at least we're seeing it. We didn't get like a complete the sets for May, but we've had these very funny like extra late skins being accepted as of recent, and 4 years it's finally accepted. Well, are you gonna complain? It's all right. Well then, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it progresses over the course of the rest of this week. It might work out pretty interesting, but I think I'm probably still going to stick with a Barda. So, shall now go ahead and showcase the next skin. Oh, look at those. Deep Ruby Roadsign gloves. Oh yes, very nice, shiny, exquisite. Get a good look at that. Yes, very nice. But not everybody appreciates it, and I'm aware. So, what are your thoughts in regards to these being accepted without boots? They're just causing their own problems, aren't they, Face Punch? So, yeah, bit of an odd combination at the moment with these. And you can see the porcelain isn't that reflective, but those gloves are. And I'm not sure if everybody's super keen with that. And that's kind of only going to work out nicely with the other Deep Ruby clothing armor skins. Still waiting for tier 3, I believe. Is that the one, or was it hoodie and pants? No, it's tier 3. It's tier 3. Well, it's alright, I guess. It's just, is it going to be okay like most Roadsign gloves? And what do I mean by that? Well, I better go back on SCMM and discuss how Roadsign gloves tend to work out quite nicely. So, Deep Ruby collection. As you can see, it's the hoodie and pants didn't sell that much. They actually worked out quite alright for a while, but that seems to be kind of dropping off with the pants there. Tier 2, oh dear. But we got the gloves. It persists. It perseveres. It just continues. Like, I know there's a lot of people, and you keep telling me, I get it. You don't like it. I heard you, right? But it still keeps getting acceptances, and it still does sell quite nicely. But what of the gloves? $1.49. Abnormal. Okay, cool. Well, as I said, we're still anticipating tier 3. Could still see boots, you never know. Maybe next week we'll see. Anyway, when you look at all the Roadsign gloves, you'll notice that they tend to kind of work out quite nicely. That's not showing me all the Roadsign gloves, so I'm going to have to go over to here and search from this way. Sorry about that. But as you will see, they're doing quite alright. That's doing alright, that's doing alright, that's doing okay, that's doing alright, that's doing alright. Yeah, you can see the idea. Gold chains isn't even a proper collection. Incomplete. Suffering. Overheat. Incomplete, but only slightly down. Only down by 1%. Okay, well that's not too bad. So if I could just quickly take control, scroll down. Do you see any of these in the negative? Oh, you got that one. But you sold a ridiculous amount. So that's not too surprising. Frosty, incomplete collection. Okay, moving on. And then we got the ones that originally came out that sold a ridiculous amount. They're not doing super great at the moment. But they came out years ago and, as I said, sold a ridiculous amount. Pretty much the vast majority of these are doing very nicely at the moment. And that's the point. It's in a very interesting spot. It's the lowest selling skin so far this week. It very likely could turn out to be probably one of the lowest selling skins out of this entire set. And it keeps getting skins accepted. As much as you might not approve, it keeps happening. And you have to be aware of this. Those gloves actually might work out to be a pretty interesting investment. Lack of sales, but still keeps getting acceptances. That could still work out quite alright. We'll see, alright? We'll see. But I had to bring that up. I had to address it. So, what are your thoughts? Do you reckon we will get a full collection of Deep Ruby? Do you reckon everybody will complain about it? I wouldn't be surprised. But why not? You keep up the good work, buddy. Maybe we could still see the Ochre being accepted. He did just recently put out a hammer. There's still some people buying it. Keep up the good work. But will we still see more? Have to wait and see. Maybe not next week, as we've already established. So that is the entire Rust store then. We do have quite a lot of abnormals to chase after next week, and I feel like that's probably going to be the play. We have to be aware, as we now enter August, the summer is almost wrapping up, and kids inevitably will go back. Now, if I go over to here and refresh, it looks like we've got July now. There we go, July, 102,000. Can't complain, especially when you compare it to like the previous year. There is improvement, that's cool. But even then, as we go through October and November, we still very likely will see the release of the naval update. Now, for the past month, not that much has really been said. It's just been new menu and Pilot Hazmat DLC. So you could go take a look at Mr. Protox. I feel like I'm pretty sure he's already mentioned it and showcased it, but we're getting a special throne, another throne skin with the Pilot Hazmat DLC, which will be coming out next week. So special code lock skin, small box. What am I missing? What am I forgetting? The Hazmat, and of course the special throne. So I guess that's looking to be pretty cool. And of course next week, a lot of pilot, airplane, aviator theme skins. So can't complain. That's it. No massive, huge, big fat like content being introduced. Just a new menu, maybe some small tweaks, some hot fixes, and the Pilot Hazmat DLC. We never got a big update for the summer, did we? But it's still been good. It's just I honestly anticipated better. Now, prices in general, I can't complain too much. I've actually sold quite a lot of skins. I've made some good profits. I can live with that. But it really does feel like post-Christmas is always the best. It really does. So by all means, if you made some profit, feel free to comment below. But you've got to start considering now. Go look at your skins. Go look at your inventories, all right? Go make considerations in regards to what you're going to do next, because we're getting closer and closer and closer to September, October, November. Would it be that bad with the brand new boats and all that? How many people turn up? How many people will not care about their sleeping schedule and school tomorrow and whatnot? We'll see. So little by little, bit by bit, we're seeing more and more things being mentioned. Tugboats getting a big old toot. Oh, lovely. But yeah, all right. I guess we can still stay a bit positive. We can try. Whatever happened to that mini fridge that one of the devs said they planned to release a few months later, which is now now. Don't know. But as we've already mentioned, if we could quickly go over to here, we do have 2 Edge drops, which there you go. Ta-da! 14 brand new Twitch drops will be released next week with the August Forcewipe coming out with the brand new update. We're going to see 14 content creators. I'm aware some of them will have general drops, but I do believe about 10 of them are likely going to have their own special skin, and you'll have to spend 2 hours of your time to watch all of them to get those skins. They are nice looking skins. I've seen all of them. I've got the video prepared. It will be out this Saturday. You will very likely appreciate these skins ever so nicely, especially when they're free. So I just showcased you 2 AK-47s earlier. That Vebe skin, honestly, I think a lot of people are going to greatly appreciate it with their whiteout set. But honestly, all the designs, they stand out very nice as well. So yeah, more things to look forward to. I hope you're looking forward to it. But yeah, overall, can't complain. And it does appear that the Face Punch Twitch drops have now finished. Yep, that finished about half an hour ago. God, how long have we been streaming for? I know. So overall, I hope you're pleased with how things have turned out. I hope you made your profits. And I hope you enjoyed the brand new Hazmat DLC next week. If you get it. If you want it. But I think that a lot of people like that, because we're getting that. But we still have that Warhammer collaboration to go through. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm probably sure you probably did as well, because that was announced, what, like back in May? 3 months ago. That's expected to be another Hazmat skin. Yeah, that's another Hazmat DLC. Not sure what it's going to be of, but I'm pretty sure they said on the Games Workshop website it was going to be a Hazmat DLC. It makes sense, because with what they're referencing with that character, he basically looked like he was wearing a hazmat. Makes sense. Cool. That's a wrap. Best of luck to you and your investments. I think I have to showcase the Island Assault a little bit more. People asking me things, so go on then. Let's go do that. I do enjoy a bit of hiking. Yeah, so here I am. Ta-da! Someone pointed this out earlier. Why don't you just go to like the actual mountain? Okay, cool. Here I am. But I've got to be honest with you. How many people are actively like jumping up that? I don't think we're going to see that many people here. I'm all alone. But what I should do is go to the snowy tundra, the snow biome, and just see how it stands out. I know there's some cliffs and whatnot there, but is it all right in the snow? Quiet you. I'm not listening to you. I'm not putting Deep Ruby on the snow biome. No, shut up. So, here you go. I'm kind of doing the same thing though, aren't I? Just kind of like sticking around the cliff sides and all that. If I could move the sun around as well. It kind of stands out now though, doesn't it? Well, from a distance, yeah. But what about in the actual snowy area? Come on, stand in front of the snow. Fine. Well, there you are. Are you pleased? I know a lot of people kept bringing it up, but it's grey. It stands out in white. Did you really need to see this? Are you pleased now? Do you understand? It stands out. Go find some rocks to stand in front of. Go find a tunnel to hide in. But yeah, what is the future of that? And all the other skins? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to comment below. But with that, it's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to all of you on your investments. And let's look forward to next week with the August Forcewipe and of course with all those brand new Twitch drops. Toodaloo!